These are straight out of Quizlets, Course Hero, things like that. Okay. The small little numerical portion of this. So net exports of goods and services. There is a formula for this, and I don't want to get it wrong, so I'm going to look it up, but it has to do with exports and imports. I'll be right back with you after I
Okay.
do a quick search to make sure I know what that is. So did I say it right? Did say it right the first time? All right, it is exports minus imports. So it's the X minus the M. It's this number minus that number there.
Okay.
So if you've got a calculator handy, I'll get back to that. I just need to pull up a calculator I use, which wasn't up. All right. Okay. All right. So we got, and it could be negative, which is the case here,
Okay.
which just means you're importing more than you're exporting. That's true of the United States to this day. So we have minus 625.4 is what I have. The gross domestic product is the addition of consumption, investment, and then the exports minus imports. So you're like adding exports, subtracting import, and then I think you're adding G to this. Just double check.
Mhm.
That is the case here. You typically always get a calculation like this on a test. So it's good to have this formula down here. Um, yeah,
Okay,
so
so
so the GDP is C plus I plus G. So it's the consumption plus the I plus the G, and then you add in whatever this is right here. So we're going to take those first three numbers, 13,948.5 plus 3650.1 plus 3520.8. So you're going to add, consumption, import, G, and then you add in this last number. So even if it's negative, you still add it, which means you're adding a negative or you're subtracting.
okay. Sorry, I'm
All
trying to
right,
pull the assignment up because I have so many things open right now.
understood. Yeah,
Working
no,
on a
I mean,
bunch.
it's
Okay.
you'll get the recording later if you want to get the details on this, but do you want me to snip problems in, or do you want me to like kind of just do them verbally like this? Like what's going to help you?
Yeah, I can type them in.
No, no. Well, so what I was
Oh,
asking is, remember, like I have like only one. If you go away, like, do you want me to share my screen with notes, kind of show the working out of it, or do you want just sort of like what we're doing here, talking through it?
yeah, we could talk through
Okay. All right. Let me grade it
it.
now. Boom. There it is. And I mentioned before, the explanations are so good. They actually do such an amazing job here. Like this is the real stuff
Huh.
that you want it from this. It's the
Oh wait,
view.
shoot, I think that's the homework, right? Due the
Yes.
27th.
Yes. What do you want us to work on today? I don't want
Sorry,
to.
can we do the September 17th quiz?
Yes. Right
Like
here.
chapter 10. Yes.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, I'm just all mixed up because I have a bunch of Excel sheets open right now for my WPC 300 class.
Yes. Those are widely available on the internet as well.
Well,
You
that
don't put
class
in.
is kicking my butt. That class is so hard.
Okay.
I don't know why.
It's not great. Okay, I'm gonna skip the non-numerical ones. If that's okay,
Yeah, that's fine.
unless you really want us to go through them. And most of these are probably on the internet if you're ever unsure about how to do it.
Okay. Yeah, if you could just click through and see what's on there,
All right,
I could do
do
these.
it, do it. All right, here we go. So if a clothing manufacturer buys cloth for $100 and thread for $50 and uses them to produce and sell $500 worth of clothing to consumers, the value of the found goods and services to be counted in GDP is. All right, I believe that you end up taking into account,
Hmm.
um, well, I believe you end up taking into account only the difference between them. But let me check because I don't know why. So, sorry. So if it's like this, if you were to stop, if the clothing manufacturer didn't do anything with it, this would be bad because they haven't done anything. But because they sell it for 500, I believe that that is the number that counts towards GDP, not the intermediate stuff. Maybe you had a slide on in class on that, that the intermediate stuff doesn't count. It's just the final.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Do you want me to submit that one?
uh, I will, if you, I can check your work here. I forgot that you can do that. How many checks do you get on these?
Oh, I don't think it likes that we're both on there.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay,
Okay,
let me just I'll just exit out of it.
it doesn't matter. Yeah, whatever you want to do there. I do have to reload this though. Let's see
I'm
if
sorry. Yeah, it did that to me too, and then I was like, oh shoot, I tried getting back on.
well, these systems aren't great. If I mean, they really should never allow two people on, you know, regardless of why. It's bad. Creates these dates where nobody knows what's what. So let's check it. Yeah, all right. So it's the
Wait.
final amount. It's the final amount that counts towards GDP. All right. The following table contains information about an economy that only produces sodas and pizza. Use this information to answer the question, what is the value of the nominal GDP for 2021? Okay. So I have to look because this question either refers to I believe you're supposed to use the base year prices for soda and pizza, but the quantities from the new year.
Uh-huh.
So I'd like to check that because I don't know for sure. Um, Percentage increase, we don't want that. We have questions about nominal GDP. Nominal GDP in each year. Okay, so the nominal GDP is, all right, year one is, okay, so that was wrong. They actually use for nominal GDP, you use that current year's prices. So it's $3 times 120, that's 360,
Okay.
12 times 70. Boy, I wish pizza were that cheap. I bought a pizza last week and it was way more than that. Um, all right, so I get 1200. 3 times 120 plus 12 times 70. Give it a try here. And it does like that. So the thing to remember about nominal is that you use the current, whatever the year is, use that year's prices. There's another one where you go back to the base year, which maybe we'll see in the next question. Yeah, there it is. So real GDP uses the base year's prices and the current year's quantities.
Okay.
So in the first one, it doesn't matter. It's 3 times 120 again, but in the second one, it's 10 times 70, not 12 times 70. Like you go back to that price. I don't know why, but that's just the way they do it. And that is 1060.
Okay.
So you gotta know the difference between real and nominal, and they are even easy to confuse. Very, very easy. Mistake the two, which is why I always go up and look. All right, what is the value of the GDP deflator in 2021? So this is based on what we just did. It uses the results from 11 and 12. We found that in 2021 that it was 1600, no, 1200. So 1200. And then in the base year was 1060. And so you end up dividing, you take the result from 11 here, which
Okay.
was 1200, and you divide it by the result from the base year, which is
2020.
10. 1060, yeah. 2021 divided by, basically divided by 2021 divided by 2020. 1200 divided by 1060. And you end up getting 1.13. They multiply by 100 to get 113.
Okay, cool.
All right, what is the percentage increase in prices from 2020 to 2021? You don't know why this is any different.
Ten,
Um,
it's just $10 or $12.
well, it's taken into account everything though. It's like well, how much did it go up by to go from 2020 to 20? It's that it was 1060. How did it go to 1200? To me, it's the same result as the previous one.
Okay.
It's the 1.13. It's the this one over using the base year's prices.
And you use
Maybe
all
not.
four of those, the price of soda and quantities.
Good question. Good question. I don't know. Let me see if I can. Let me just double check. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay. I'm looking at something here. Let's see what it says. I don't know why the internet is so slow. Is there any lag on what we're doing tonight?
Lag?
Yeah, is it any, I mean, are you able to hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear
Okay. So I'm wrong. It looks like it's higher than that. So it's
you.
it's 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 the 3 times 100 plus the 10 times 50, which
Okay.
is a new number we haven't got yet. It's 300 plus 500, that's 800. We do have this other number, the 3 times 120 plus the 12 times 70, that's the 1200. So we have the 1200 over the 800,
And
which is not an option. Not an option. Huh, what is going on here?
I mean, when it says the base year is 2020, does that mean anything? Like, do you have to do anything different when when you're trying to find the percentage increase from 2020 to 2021?
Um, I there's these are very specific calculations. It just depends on whether like which price and which quantity you're using. Like for sure, it's the price and quantity from 2020. Like that's 800.
Yeah.
That's for sure. The question is are we using the price from 2020 and then the quantity? I don't understand. How many checks do you get on this? Did you get two?
I would have to look on Cengage.
All right, let me just do this 38 because that's what the internet is saying is right, which is what I didn't think was right. Okay. So I don't know why they use that. All right, so I believe it's the same answer as the previous one,
Okay.
but I don't think you get more than two checks. So I'll leave that to you to decide. I think it's 13%.
I would just go try it.
Okay. Okay. All right, see, there it is. It's the
Okay.
same as 13. I was overthinking it. 113, 13%. You can see they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
All right, what is the percentage increase in price of 2021 to 2022? So this again, we're gonna do 3 times 120 plus 12 times 70. We already know that that is 1200.
Mhm.
Then we're gonna do 4 times 120, 14 times 70
And then
to
you
get
add
the
those two together.
you
Or
add those reals, yeah, you add those real together. So it's 1460 for 2022, and then you divide that by 1200 from 2021, ends up being 22 or 1.22%.
okay.
Great.
If
All
you
right,
want me to
so
do the calculations, I can do them for you.
yeah, that would be good. You'd be involved in this. I'm sorry. Lost my train of thought here. Real GDP. Okay. percentage increase in real GDP from 2021 to 2022. So now, like, truthfully, like, I don't remember this stuff, so I got to go back and look like which one is real GDP. Okay, so real GDP for 2021 is taking the prices from 2020, but the quantities from that year.
Okay.
So it's weird, like use the base year's prices, but the current year quantities. So just to confirm that, do 3 times 120 plus 10 times 70. We should get 1060.
Plus 10 times one,
70. Like we're going like these diagonal values.
1060. Okay.
Yes. Okay, now let's do the same thing for the 2022. 3 times 120 plus 10 times 70.
Same thing.
Same thing. All right, so let's go to your question. Your question is, what is the percentage increase from that year? It's looking like it's 0% because there's no change.
Exactly. Okay.
All right, let's check my work. Boom, we got it. So it's all about knowing like how to do the intermediate calculations, real GDP, nominal GDP, things like that. Let's see what else we got. All right. Okay, that is all of those.
Okay. I guess we
All
could
right,
just start the homework then too, huh?
up to you. Up to you. So we're up to good. So this is the kind of stuff we were just talking about, which is good because we're gonna do another calculation on this. So it says here, consider a simple economy that produces two goods, plastic cups and donuts. Right. So real GDP, see how it says using the base year? That's what
Yes.
we were just doing. Like it's saying, okay, 3 times for the first year, 3 times 210, 4 times 180. So grab your calculator, 3 times 210, 4 times 180. Add those together.
1350.
Okay. Now for 2019, you're using the three price, but the 150 quantity, and then the 4 price and the 200 quantity.
So 3 times 150
Yeah.
plus 4 times 200.
Uh, yes.
1250.
Okay. And then the same thing for the
3
next year.
times 125
Yep.
plus 4 times 180. 1095.
Okay. This is actually the harder calculation to do. The easier one is the nominal GDP, where you're just multiplying across 3 times price times quantity plus price times quantity. The
It
first one
is,
is
yeah. Oh, sorry.
yes. So for the next one, go ahead and do the next one. 2 times 150, 4 times 200.
1100.
Okay.
Yeah. I understand that how the base you use the 3 for the base year just because 2018, right? Or where does it say that?
Mhm. In the parentheses there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Or I hope I didn't put the, yeah, base year. Okay. What about the last one there?
And that's 3 times 125.
Yeah.
1095 again.
Okay, so you're dividing. So it's like this divided by this divided by this divided by this. So it ends up being 100 for the first one. It's 1.
One
The last one is also 1. What is this one? 1100 divided by 1250.
0.88 or
Yes, so they would say 88 is the deflator. Okay, so it says that from 2019 to 2020, nominal GDP uh, decrease. It went from 1100 to 1095.
uh-huh.
Real GDP also decreased. The inflation rate in 2020 was, ooh, how do we figure out inflation rate? Um, so inflation rate is the GDP deflator. Current deflator minus past deflator divided by. Okay, so it's looking like it's 100 minus 88 divided by 88. 100 minus 88 divided by 88, and that's 13.6%. I don't know. I don't love these numbers. Let me,
Is the numbers in the little boxes?
well, I just feel like did I do this right? Did we do this right? Is nominal GDP, real GDP? Seems right.
Uh-huh.
Um, sorry, I don't know. Like, I don't want to redo
Yeah.
if
Are
we're
you
wrong.
speaking about the actual calculations or the way that we
I just want
calculate?
to make sure we didn't switch them. That's what I'm worried
Oh,
about is did we switch them? Um, nominal GDP. Let me just make sure. Okay. It looks okay.
okay.
It looks okay. Now this last one, these are always like they're worth a full point, and then you gotta like really make sure you know which one it is. So real GDP is not influenced by price changes, but nominal GDP is. That's what I'm seeing on the internet.
Hmm.
I've been doing this for over 10 years and like I still don't know all these. It's just like
Yeah.
you're like, um, so just a little slow here to load. Um, real GDP is not influenced by price changes, but nominal GDP is. Okay. All right. I feel like this is good, as good as it can be. Can I click on grade it now?
Yeah.
All right. There we go. 4 out of 4. Thank goodness. All right.
Cool, cool.
And these are great explanations. I wish they gave them to you first. All right. This is all right. So only those two numerical ones. What do you want us to do now?
Um, I think that's all there is for chapter 10 homework.
Yeah. And these are all look them up
Should we
and
just start at one?
sure.
Okay.
All right. Following diagram presents a circular flow model of a simple economy. The outer sets of arrows for the flow of dollars in green, and the inner sets of arrows red show the corresponding flow of inputs and outputs. Based on this model, households earn money. So uh, green is the flow of dollars. So households get money when firms purchase blank in markets. uh, But when
Hmm.
the firms do something here. When firms purchase goods and services,
I mean, how are you supposed to
that
know
doesn't
which
make
one to
sense.
start at? Because you could start at markets for goods and services too, right?
Well, yeah, so the red is inputs and outputs, but the households earn income when I don't know, it's like I don't know, households earn
It
income
could
when they go
go.
to work. Yeah, so this is where I always go to the internet. Like
Could it be
I
when
hate
households purchase markets for goods and services?
let's go here. Let's take a look at a
Yeah.
thumbs up answer. When firms, it says firms purchase and then resources. So I don't know what that is. That's not right. Hmm, goods and services or resources. So labor and capital. So the that okay. So when they purchase labor, when firms purchase labor, that's like you're a laborer, I'm a laborer. We get paid. Like you earn money when you go to work and they pay you for your labor. Right. So the first one here is that Caroline spent $7 to have dessert. Is that a market factor of production or goods and services?
That'd be goods and services, right?
The internet's saying it's this one, which I don't understand.
Hmm. Because a
Get
dessert
another.
would be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But
That's some of this doesn't make any sense to me. That's why I
yeah.
yeah, be careful here. Um, it says it's a product market. That's over here. Yeah.
Okay.
The next one here is Antonio earns 300 hours per week working for the. So if you're working for someone, that's a market factor production.
Hmm. Same thing
What's the
there.
difference? But why is the difference? That's not right. This isn't right. This is not right. Let me go check this one more time because those two should be the same. Earns per week working for those need to be the same.
Mhm.
Product market, factor market. So these two should be factors with goods and services. Okay. I feel like that's consistent. Which of the elements of the scenario represent a flow from a household to a firm? Household to a firm. Okay. Caroline's labor. The dessert Caroline receives, spends, purchase. Oh my gosh. Where are we going? Household to a firm? Okay, household to a firm is spending money. like that.
Okay.
That makes sense, right? You go to the store and buy something, your household money is going to a firm.
Yes.
The other ones, no, no. Okay.
Would it be the dessert that Caroline received? But it
So she's just receiving, it's not the money she's
so it's
paying.
like she got it for free or maybe.
Well, they're just leaving that part out for the moment. Um, yeah, it's like, I don't know, true or false. No idea. Income must equal expenditures. True. They're not saying it's true. Let me see here.
Is Chegg helping at all with this or no?
Oh yeah, yeah. Chegg,
Okay.
Chegg is a big help. They're all on Chegg. They're just you got to know where to go to look
Yeah.
for. You got to make sure you're choosing the right one. And then Quizlet every once in a while, like will remove a bunch of stuff, and you gotta wait for someone to put them back up. This looks as good as I can do at the moment. Um,
Okay.
let's grade it now. Oh, this is
So
so
cool.
painful. Which one was wrong here? Oh, so Caroline's labor.
Huh.
All right.
Oh,
All
they
right,
were
there.
all right? Or
No, the check, so that means it should have been checked. If you check this, it'll mark it wrong. So it's
oh,
trying to
okay.
tell you it was correct as being not checked. It's a little bit
Oh, I
unclear,
see
but
now. Wait, maybe uh oh, you don't get another chance, huh?
well, you can. You just got to redo the whole thing.
Yeah. We'll just go to the next one.
Yeah. Yes, this is a pure definition. I have no idea. So we're gonna take a look at this. Yeah, Chegg is worth every cent that you pay for it, especially if you're in a class like this. Really, I don't even know how we did it before this. This is not what I want. Okay. Final value. The final value. Market value. Okay. Market value of final goods and services produced, not consumed, by within the United States as a function of a given period of time. Okay. I believe that is correct. Let me double check these words. Market value of, huh, where is it? Okay, not really sure. That looks okay to me. So you got to keep in mind, is it basically it's like, is it done in the United States? Like was it done in that
Mm-hmm.
period of time? So let me see here. So first one, Grain Corp, a U.S. agricultural company, that doesn't matter. Produces corn syrup at a plant in Iowa, that matters. It sells the corn syrup to Crunchy for use in 2023. So notice it does it and sells it in the same year. That is included because it's done in the United States in that year.
Okay.
All right, so the accountant starts a client's 2023 tax return. That's fine. On April 24th, finishing it just before midnight on the current year. So, but we care about 2023. So this one would be excluded because it's not in the current year.
Mhm.
Athena is a U.S. shoe company, produces a pair of bath bushes at a plant in Honduras. So notice it's not in the United States. Athena imports the pair of bath bushes into the United States, but it's not produced. It's just it's got to be within the United States, so that's excluded. All right. Larry's Latte is U.S. coffee company, produces a latte at its location, sells the latte to a customer immediately. Yes, it's included. It's there in the United States and it's in the current year.
Mhm.
Sleepy Town produces a bed frame in the current year and it sells the bed frame in a current year. That would be included. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's grade it now. So this note was important. Um, all right, whatever. It's like it's a technicality. Like it produced, but it doesn't talk about selling it. That's why it's not included here. All right, like this one might be worth redoing to get the point two. It's up to you.
Yeah.
Do you
I
want
can
us to redo
always,
it,
I
or
can
do you
always
want?
go back and redo them.
Okay. I like taking screenshots and then going and redoing them. Okay. All right. So for each of the following, determine whether it is part of consumption, investment, government purchases, exports, or imports. Check all that apply. Okay. Um, like some of them are easy because they're like it's like it's clear. Like when you buy a BMW from Germany, that's an import. You're buying it to come into the United States.
Hmm.
But some of them aren't as obvious. Like there's probably one that's an export. So Ginny's father's in Sweden. He orders a bottle of Vermont maple syrup. That's going to be exported to Ginny in Sweden. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Now, when you buy something, there is consumption.
Okay.
Although I don't think that that's right. I thought it was like one each when they do these. Sorry, I thought it was one like one checkbox per. Ginny gets a new video camera made in the United States. So that's a consumption. You just buy something. You're not doing anything with it. Eric, employer upgrades all of its computer system using US made parts. So that's like investment. That's like you're putting your money back into your company. And then whenever you see something with the federal or government, that's almost always G, government, like that. I wonder if, let me do a quick search here on Chegg to see if any of them have more than one box checked. I just don't remember that being the case. Yeah, I thought it was just one each. Okay, can I grade it
Would
now? We can always,
oh,
what's
sorry.
that?
Would Guinea's father be exports? Oh yeah, you could. Okay, you
Yes,
got
the X is for exports. Jenny's father. So it's because he's in another country, he's importing it, but the United States, it's exporting.
it. Okay.
This one would be easy to redo if there's a mistake, I guess. Any questions, thoughts?
Oh, good try. Oh, got 1 out of 1 though.
That's interesting. You rounded up. Good. Okay, we did that one. Let's go back to the assignment. I think we did all of them. We did not do the last one. Okay. All right. Although GDP is a reasonable good measure of a nation's output, it does not necessarily include all transactions and production for that nation, sometimes called the underground economy. Which of the following scenarios are either not accounted for or measured inaccurately by either the income or the expenditures method of calculating GDP for the United States? So I don't really have any idea. I was thinking it would be more like things like that are illegal, but that's not what they're going
Mhm.
down the direction of. Um, I mean, I don't think everyone at Etsy is, going out and saying, yeah, here's my contribution to GDP. So, they suggest here that the correct answer is the cost of overfishing. Uh, is there anything in cash here? No. Um, I'm guessing there's another one here. The quality of goods available. I don't know. This doesn't look right. When a U.S. company purchases and imports wood from Brazil, okay, the purchase of the wood increases the uh, uh, investment component of GDP, while also decreasing net exports. Therefore, the purchase of wood from Brazil causes no overall change. I believe that. Okay, let me check another one here. GDP excludes overfishing, the import and sale of illegal drugs from South America, the variety of goods available to customers. I guess we'll say the quality. I don't know if I like that or not. Quality or variety is not included. Yeah, okay. When U.S. imports per the scenario, um, investments rise and decreases. Okay, that's what we have. Eh, these are, I'm just, oh boy,
They are pretty confusing because I'm trying to
funds spent
like
by the city.
read them on Chegg too.
All right, I think this is it. So the reason doing your own laundry doesn't contribute is because you can't pay yourself to do your own laundry. Government spending is, um, it's investment. So it is accounted for, I guess. Okay, can I grade it now or do you wanna,
Yeah.
boy.
Dang.
All right, so that one should have been checked. Completely wrong on that.
They always get you with this like one little like trick
Yeah,
trick one.
yes. So there you go. You're 94.1. You could probably go back and get 2/10 of a point on number two, maybe
Yeah.
number one. I don't know. If I were a student, I don't know what I would do nowadays. Depends how much time I had, I suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that's it for tonight.
Anything else you want us to work on tonight? Pretty much out of time, but
I think that's good. Do you have a Barro's pizza by you?
borrows. Let me ask. Let me think. I haven't heard of that one. Is that any good?